Thanks for having me. Thanks for the kind introduction. I'm glad to be here. And I want to talk about BlackBerry and the future of mobile computing, which I think is the next big growth engine that we will see, not just in communication. We actually will see this next generation growth engine in all of our economies and businesses and consumers and enterprises. And we'll go there a little bit later, because this is the horizon I'm trying to steer BlackBerry to with its next growth opportunity as well. So I thought what I covered today is, we talk a lot about mobile computing. What actually is it? How much do we know about it? And where are we headed in terms of mobile computing? Then what kind of opportunity does it really create that we need to explore, that we want to explore? And what are the key factors of success for mobile computing in order to succeed and make this the next big wave of not just innovation, but make this the next big wave of commerce and of our economy? First, allow me to talk a little bit about BlackBerry here and today, where we are as a company. And as you have certainly been following the media and the reports about BlackBerry, it was quite a journey. It was quite a journey in the last 12 months. And I was asked to become captain on a ship that was in quite rocky waters in January just a year ago. And I had to steer this ship through quite some heavy water. So what did we do? We had to make sure that this ship stayed afloat and above water. So we had to really do a lot of restructuring within our company. The main reason is that we had been the inventor of push email. We had been the inventor of the smartphone. And as always, when a market then matures and really becomes very, very sizable, there's a lot of people that want a seat at the table and they want a piece of the lunch. So it becomes competitive. And this is what happened in the smartphone segment. We had a recipe for success for quite a while that was basically centered around the key values for BlackBerry, which you all know and I hope you all still enjoy. Which is the security, which is the reliability of the network, which is the keypad, which was the data compression, and last not least, most importantly, the security of the communications that you could enjoy with the BlackBerry. However, then a trend started that was moving towards what we call consumerization of IT. All of a sudden, consumers had an influence in deciding or influencing the decision which devices and which systems would be used in enterprises. And you could argue for about 2 hours here now in this room whether this was at the expense of security or not. And there are certain examples out there that security had to pay a price for this. But nevertheless, the trend is a trend, and you cannot put that genie back in the bottle. So as BlackBerry, we had to face that trend, and we had to deal with it. And I would say in this room that we probably recognized those trends a little late, given that recipe for success that we were running for BlackBerries, and we had to adapt. Now, adaptation was not just about cost structure, about the core program that we ran. The team did a fantastic job in reducing our cost structure by $1 billion going forward. So it's going forward cost and not just one-time cost. We had to do the tough decision of right-sizing the company in terms of its workforce. Out of 18,000 people, we had to let 5,000 people go. All the tough decisions that you need to make in order to right-size the ship, to right-size the company. And I'm extremely happy and proud that after just 4 quarters being captain on that ship in that rocky weather, we have our first profitable quarter back. I think that turnaround is one of the fastest turnaround you've ever seen in such a competitive industry. And I'm very proud of my team. I'm very proud of our customers. They stayed with us through this heavy weather, that we have achieved this. So when we realized this trend, we were thinking about what would we be doing as BlackBerry? Where would we be going? And I got a lot of good advice, as you can imagine, when I was becoming CEO. Tons of email hitting my inbox. All well meant, all really genuine advice. But most of it said, man, come on, just go Android. Put BlackBerry on Android and you will rock and roll this thing, right? And Mike and I, Mike Lazaridis and I, we had lots of discussions about this, and we said, this is not good enough for BlackBerry. We cannot be a Me Too device. We need to think further ahead And those of you who know Michael Lazaridis know he is a visionary. He doesn't just think about the next year, he thinks about the next decade. And we decided, after long debates, to actually really go it alone. We decided to build a true mobile computing platform. And not just a next generation smartphone. This is really, really important for you to understand what I'm talking about in the next minutes, that our objective is to be a leader in mobile computing and not just in smartphones. In order to get there, we had to build a whole new platform, a true mobile computing platform. Because what you see today is with these devices that we all carry, in various or from various companies, they are actually computers today. Yes, they're also phones, they're also email machines, they're communication machines, but with the multi-cores that they're running today, with 60 and 32 gig of memory, with 2 gig of RAM, with high-res displays, they are computers. And that is a huge technology paradigm shift that we're facing as an industry. And it's a positive one. It is something that allows us to take our industry to a whole new level, from what was mobile communications before to mobile computing. So what you have on your desk today, and I see laptops and I see tablets, I think this paradigm shift will change dramatically towards this is your computing power. This is your personal mobile computing power. And it will connect to whatever you do, to the peripherals around you. It will connect you to your personal Internet of Things. It will connect you to the services, to the clouds, to businesses. But we truly believe that we move from mobile communications, which we all talked about in the last 20 years since the inception of digital and mobile. We truly believe that we have the next inflection point in our industry, which is with the ability and the technology advancement, we will be moving into mobile computing. That's as big as moving from wireline phones, and you had to go to a desk to make a phone call, to being able to set up a call everywhere, anytime in the world. That created a whole new industry, which today we know as the wireless industries. Billions of dollars of economic wealth created through this industry. We believe in BlackBerry that this is the next trend. Having realized this and having that vision, Mike and I embarked with the team on building a true mobile computing platform, which is BlackBerry 10, which we have launched in its first version as the Z10 or Z10 in Canada. I always need to pronounce this correctly, wherever I am. We have launched this first version of a mobile computing platform just on the 30th of January. So very, very proud of this. I think big achievement for the company. Big kudos to my team for getting this done. And also I'm proud of us being able to kind of push those naysayers back that a year ago said in 2 quarters you're going to be burning through all your cash, in 3 quarters you're going to be bankrupt, in 4 quarters nobody's going to talk about BlackBerry anymore, right? There were obituaries written in business magazines about, at that time, RIM, that there's no chance for us to survive in that ferocious innovation segment. And we did. And I'm extremely proud of that. And I'm extremely proud that my team and we have proven those commentaries wrong. We own the mistakes we made in the past. I'm not saying we were free of mistakes, right? We were missing some trends. We had to catch up on those trends. But we are not just in a catch-up race. We are actually in a race where we will re-innovate the industry again. So, re-innovation, mobile computing, what is it? What are we talking about? We talk about a huge dynamic in terms of ferocious innovation. I think that's the way to put it. I don't know of any other industry that has such short innovation cycles, that has created so many tremendous paradigm shifts in a very short amount of time. And you know the history, from mainframes to desktops, from analog to digital, from wireline phones to cordless phones, and from the first wireless devices to smartphones, which now evolved towards mobile computing. And all that happened within a span of probably 20 years, right? It's a dramatically, but also excitingly ferocious, innovative industry. In 2008, when we talk about mobile computing, there was a report that about 7 billion of devices were connected to the internet, wireline or wireless. And it was called the Internet of Things. In 2011, the sales of smartphones for the first time outperformed the sales of PCs and laptops. That is a pretty clear signal for where the industry is headed. And in 2011, we certainly had our own issues to deal with as BlackBerry, kind of catching those trends, and we did. But the smartphone Z10 is the first evolution towards mobile computing that we have built at BlackBerry and that we are really proud of. This mobile computing device will really connect you to the world around you. It will serve your purpose. You will not be a slave to a master that is on your hip or wherever carried. It will connect you to the internet, to your personal Internet of Things, be it in business, be it in private. It will help you and assist you in making your life easier, be it your fitness watch, be it your healthcare issues that you need to deal with, be it your business aspects that you need to deal with, or your private family matters that you need to deal with. It will absolutely help you to get the job done, whatever your job is. In 2015, there's a prediction from IDC, there will be 1.3 billion mobile workers on this planet. That is 40% of the overall workforce. We gotta give them the tools to succeed. And that's what BlackBerry was about, and that's what BlackBerry still is about. We wanted to be the best tool that helps people succeed in whatever their endeavor is. And that's why we built BlackBerry 10 and the product. So why is that a significant opportunity? Some of you might know that the operating system in BlackBerry 10 was developed by a Canadian company from Ottawa, QNX. QNX is known as an OS that is used in several embedded systems, mostly in automotive. That's where the big part of the business comes from. And guess what? Mobile computing is starting also in automotive. There's lots of projects we are running with automotive companies around not just controlling a car, right, or the typical services you see today. There's a lot of innovation going on in how do we connect cars to each other? How do we make intelligent services out of the information flow between cars, cars to a service center, and cars to the individuals that are in the car? Lots of attractive services that we think about. Pretty similar one and pretty simple one from the beginning is what you probably use in your smartphone today is software downloads, right? I don't know how often you have to load software over the air to your device. Think about a car. You have to put your car into the service station in order to get the software in your car updated. Diagnosis plug-in, right? There's a mechanical person working on it. Think about a car getting a software update while it's in the garage to your personal Wi-Fi network. Lots of cost saving for everybody, lots of hassle taken away from people. Now if you do this, you don't want the software of a car in any way being manipulated, right, for safety reasons. So you need a reliable, secure network in order to get the software to the car. Guess what? BlackBerry is not just a device company. That's how we're seen a lot in the public, because this is the shiny part of what the BlackBerry offering is. BlackBerry is as much a global data network company. We connect 650 carriers worldwide in 175 countries. Now think about global data transmission, global connectivity on a secure and reliable network, and there you go. This is another asset that BlackBerry has that is unmatched, which is the global, secure, and highly reliable data network. And we have something else. If you look at the cars, those cars need to be managed, right? You cannot just have a mobile computing endpoint, in this case a car, being sitting by itself. You need to manage and administer this car. You need to manage the software, you need to wipe software, you need to download new software. Guess what? That's why we're building the cross-platform mobile device management under BAS 10. So if you look at BlackBerry in the future, it's about the device, it's about the platform, the BB10 platform in the mobile computing domain. It is about the network that connects all these mobile computing endpoints, and it is the management of all these mobile computing endpoints. Just take cars as an example. Another big example we are investigating into is healthcare. Huge cost for healthcare all over the world. I mean, mostly prominent probably in the US with trillions of dollars spent in healthcare, but it's not a unique problem to the US alone, right? We have huge costs for healthcare systems. Why is that? If you look into healthcare today, it's mostly an effort-based model, right? So I get paid as a physician for the hours I'm spending on a patient, for the research, for the investigations that I'm doing. There's a clear catalog of tasks that once I perform them, I get my money. It's probably not the best system. We probably want to change that system to a performance-based healthcare system. So do I really achieve with my treatment, with my interaction with the patient, what needs to be achieved? And it starts with early fitness, but also if you're on a medication or treatment, you want that treatment to be measured and performed, and you want an outcome. Huge opportunity for mobile computing, right? Think about all the sensors that could really help patients on a medication, whatever their disease is that they're suffering from, but constantly monitoring them, right? Helping them to take action at the right point in time, helping them to take medication at the right point in time. 60% of all medication subscribed sits where? In cabinets and drawers, right? Another huge cost issue. So what if you could actually really monitor the performance of the patient in taking the medication at the right point in time? So there's huge opportunities out there for mobile computing. This is just the two, segments that we are looking into because we have a strong history and a strong foothold in automotive, and we truly believe that we can change the world in healthcare to a better by using mobile computing. But what you will need in order to get there, and this is the constituting elements of mobile computing, is not just the device. Okay? It's not just what sits on your table or what is at your hip or what you have in your pocket. It is the connectivity of the devices through a global, reliable, secure data network. It is the management of the devices. It is the connectivity of various clouds to a super cloud, whatever makes your personal clouds, and then becomes your super cloud. It is the management of those devices. It's the services. It's the applications. We will need to strike a lot of new partnerships there. Whenever new industries emerge, new players show up, because it is a paradigm shift. It's not just only an evolution, right? So we need to be very proactive in order to get there. We also need support from government, regulatory bodies, because we need spectrum. We need the ability to transmit all these data in order to enable a viable business model. What you also need is good, innovative people. You need talent in your company that is capable of delivering against these visions and delivering the product and innovating against it. And I'm really proud to say that after all the transitions that we went through with BlackBerry in the last 12 months, I'm really proud of the team that we have assembled, that we have streamlined, that we have focused, laser focused on outcome, that we feel we have the team and we have the assets to be a very strong player in that market. And we have QNX as an operating system. Why is that so important? It is important when you think mobile computing that you do not think about how do I get my desktop experience onto a mobile. That is not mobile computing. This is emulating PC computing on a mobile device. So we really have to think mobile first. What could we do based on the capabilities of mobile technology that is different and better? And that's where BlackBerry has a very, very strong heritage, because BlackBerry from day one is and was a mobile company. When the first voice calls were being made, there was a young student leaving Waterloo University, starting his own company, already having the vision of this is not just voice. We can actually transmit data over it. And Michael Lazaridis created the first wireless pager based on digital radios. Right? So he had this vision already about the data capability of mobile. So it's not about just putting PC software services onto a device. What that also requires is the operating system under the hood, and sometimes the engine really matters and not just the design of the car. The mobile operating system has to be a truly mobile operating system. It has to be reliable. It has to be extremely secure, because it is vulnerable in terms of wireless access, so it has to be extremely secure. We got a little bit lucky, but we also did a diligent job in finding QNX as the company that actually had this QNX operating system. And sometimes I compare this with you run around on a mile-long beach, nice sandy beach, good weather, you have a shovel, and you have one opportunity to put the shovel in the sand and find this one big gold nugget that is on this beach. And that's what we did. That's what we got. Sometimes you just got to get lucky, and we found QNX. It's a fantastic company. We acquired them. And guess what? Their operating systems are used in military equipment, in cars. They're running the big internet routers. They're actually up in the sky in the ISS, running the ISS as an OS. And why is that? Because it's very well architected towards mobile, and it is extremely reliable and secure. So summarizing this up, the journey has just started. I tell my teams, don't you ever think that with the first profitable quarter after 4 quarters, that the journey is over. The journey is just beginning. Some of you might know that we signed a partnership with Mercedes-AMG Petronas, the Formula One team. And that is exactly to explore mobile computing and automotive with them in the high-end Formula One segment. So it's not just a marketing activity, right? It really is a technology partnership. And if I compare us, I think what we did with BlackBerry 10, the successful launch of Z10, which in its launch countries exceeds expectations, that we actually made it through the qualifying, right? We made it through the qualifying. We are on the starting grid. We have our race car up there, our mobile computing race car, and I don't know whether we are in a pole position already or not, or whether we are in the midfield, but what I know is we're up for the race. This company is prepared for the race of mobile computing, and I tell you what, my job is, and my attitude and all my energy will go into making sure this race car, BlackBerry and mobile computing, wins that race and is a leader. That's where we're headed. This is what we want to do. This is where we want to be, and that's what we're working on. And we have all the ingredients ready from OS through the network stack up to the management system in order to play. I want to say thank you to our customers that have been with us for a long time. They have been very, very loyal, specifically in the enterprise segment. I know we had some not that much innovative time to go through together. I really do appreciate the strong commitment to BlackBerry. It was important for us that our customers stuck to us and went through this with us. And now, with the Z10, with the Q10 that is coming pretty soon, I have it here, running it already. I think we can deliver an extremely innovative product to our customers. I want to say thank you for the loyalty. We are there to help you. Tell us what you need from us, and we will do whatever we can to make your business successful, but also to make you as an individual and whatever you try to do successful. That is the bullseye segment of BlackBerry. This is what we do, and guess what? Our objective is to keep you moving. Thank you very much.